Hello, friends, and namaste. Welcome back to this sacred space with me, your host, Preetha Lal, as we spend time reading the book Eternal Values for a Changing Society by the late Srimad Swami Ranganathanandaji. As you are aware, if you're following the space, Swami Ranganathananda was the 13th president of the Ramakrishna Matan mission, but he was also so much more. He was a scholar par excellence, a spiritual ambassador, a philosopher and a teacher. This multi-volume treatise that I have decided to read to you through this podcast is a true testament to the breadth of his knowledge and the depth of his wisdom and so much in between. In today's episode, we will pick up where we left off last time and read Swami Ranganathananda's take on the concepts of ethical sense and how it is a byproduct of spiritual growth and some deeper nuances in the Gita that we can often miss. These are the nuances that continue to astound me as I read this book and realize why eternal values are truly eternal in the way the Swami talks about them. Let us begin. Ethical sense, a byproduct of spiritual growth. We shall come to the ethical implications of this Vedantic teaching in the course of our discussion of the verses of the second chapter. Vedanta holds that if we express our real nature, we can never be criminal or wicked persons. In committing sin or wicked acts, we are not expressing our real nature, which is pure and perfect, but only our apparent nature, which is centered around the ego. Ethical conduct, according to Vedanta, is the expression of one's own divine nature. A person lives the true life when he expresses the divinity within him. Selfishness is not an expression of our real nature. It is only on the surface. When you express the surface nature, you are not expressing your real nature. Only then am I perfect when I am living the true life. That is, when I am expressing my true self. That is the highest ethics according to Vedanta. Arjuna's action has to be viewed in the context of the ethics of duty, and the ethics of duty in the context of the metaphysics of the real. Ethics leads us to the problem of reality that is metaphysics. The Gita has tried to place ethics under the guidance of metaphysics. In modern times, many thinkers ask us not to bring into ethics the question of reality. That is what certain sections of positivists tell us. But in this country, we discussed it long back and found that no problem could be discussed in thoroughness without bringing ultimate questions. About any actions, if you ask, why should I do it, you enter into wider spheres of thought and discussion. The Gita places ethics under the guidance of a metaphysics which deals with life in its totality. The second chapter of the Gita deals with the subject of the true nature of the individual and of supreme reality and studies the nature of conduct and action in the light of this knowledge and wisdom. It weaves around the immediate problem of Arjuna, a philosophy and ethics of action that in turn becomes a guide to other people in all situations of life. The applicability to one and all is the fruit of philosophy. If philosophy was not at the back of the advice to Arjuna, that advice could not have become applicable to others. The Gita's advice, therefore, was not meant for Arjuna only. Its scope is universal. That is why, even after these 3,000 years and more, it appeals to us. If it was a mere matter-of-fact advice and guidance, it would not have appealed to one and all. It might, as best, have retained a literary appeal, but not a philosophical appeal. But when you put the literary in the context of the philosophical, it becomes universal. That is what Sri Krishna has done in the case of the Gita. The nature of philosophic guidance. The Gita lights the lamp of wisdom in the hearts of the people and leaves them to solve their own problems. In a later chapter, Sri Krishna would say that what he does to every individual is to light a little lamp of wisdom in his heart by which he would see truth and avoid error. He does not give the final decision to us. Philosophy does not decide for us, it only offers to guide us. The Smritis, law books, do describe what we should do every minute of the 24 hours. But these minute prescriptions become soul-killing in the course of time. They make us serfs and slaves. Philosophy releases humankind from these bondages. It gives only stimulation. It places a light in our hands by which we find our way. Anything more would take us away from our initiative. But the human is weak, he says. I want all help. I want someone to come and take me by the hand. Then come the Smritis. Here is no true ethics, but only routine ethics. It is a kind of complacency of mind that requires something to hang on to. True philosophy does not burden us with a huge number of books or a rigorous set of rules. It is like the light of a lamp. It just imparts wisdom. Philosophical guidance is the simplest guidance. Philosophy does not require us to elbow out other contents from life. We can understand philosophy without the aid of many books. Some people say action and thought cannot go at the same time. If I have to think of philosophy, I have to stop work. But you ask me to combine philosophy and action. That is impossible. Sri Krishna wants us to combine both philosophy and life, for it is life that needs the guidance of philosophy. When there is no life, there is no guidance required. How shall we solve the problem, some say? Cease from acting. Congeal life to a point. That is the best solution to the problem. Take away the world, for it is the cause of all problems. But if there is no problem, what is the use of the solution? A solution is no solution in the absence of the problem itself. Another comes and says, there is no solution, so don't worry about the problem at all, but just go on acting and living with whatever zest you can muster. It is here that Vedanta comes to our help. In all boldness, it dares to face the problem and give us a solution. Unfortunately, even our people have not understood this aspect of Vedanta. What we understand is the Vedanta of books, the Vedanta of leisure, but this is only academic Vedanta. Sri Krishna did not teach this Vedanta. He taught the Vedanta of and for a battlefield. It is not a mere pursuit of leisure hours. It is a pursuit of excellence in the midst of difficult situations and struggles of daily life. This aspect of Vedanta has been mostly neglected in the later developments of ethical and religious ideas in our country. We have now to bring out this aspect of the Gita in all its practical bearing. Truth, simple versus dressed up. The Gita has a simplicity that we very often miss. We are accustomed to complicate things. We cannot appreciate simple things. The human mind wants, in the same name of philosophy and religion, something striking in the form of books, dress, rituals, and the like. Simple character or simple ethical beauty is not much appreciated. Simple beauty is not understood by ordinary people. Truth that is simple is clothed in a variety of ways, and we get not the naked truth, but a dressed up truth. When you come to the Gita, you have the presentation of truth in all its simplicity, which helps to take us through life's problems. It frees us from all attachments of joys and sorrows and the like, so that we may be attached to truth only. It gives us absolute calm and a freedom from all conditionings, external and internal. We want this independence and freedom of the individual to be maintained at all costs. This is what philosophy seeks to confer on life. If we have this, what else do we require? One who attains this remains fresh in spite of life's aging, and retains the freshness of a newborn babe even unto death. He has philosophy to guide him. This is the true test of philosophy, a philosophy that helps us to pass through life's struggles without getting scorched, that helps us to remain as fresh at the end of the journey as at the beginning. A tired mind cannot grasp truth. At the very beginning of the second chapter, Sri Krishna has given out these life-giving ideas. Those who have the requisite courage and strength of mind can easily understand the true teaching of the Gita. A mind that is grief-stricken and attached cannot understand these mighty ideas. A tired mind cannot understand truth. It has to be made calm and strong before the advice can take root. Grief-stricken Arjuna is first calmed and steadied, and then is taught the wisdom of the truth. In a grief-stricken state, we see things in a narrow perspective. When we are calm, we see things in a true perspective. That is why Arjuna says, "My mind is confused as to what conduces to my welfare. Therefore tell me clearly what pertains to my welfare. Teach me what is right, now that I have taken refuge at your feet." In the 18th chapter, in the verses 72 and 73, after all the teaching was over, Krishna asks Arjuna, "Are you satisfied? Is your mind calm and your doubt cleared? Has this teaching been heard by thee, O Partha?" he says. "With an attentive mind, has the delusion of thy ignorance been destroyed, O Dhananjaya?" Arjun replies, "Destroyed is my delusion, and I have gained my memory through thy grace. O Achyuta, I am firm, my doubts are gone. I will follow thy word." The Gita brings light and removes the umbra of confusion. The Gita removed Arjuna's confusion, that is its originality and power. In the case of all of us also, it will have fulfilled its purpose only when it will have removed our confusions and doubts and enabled us to see life steadily and see it as a whole. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me in the space today again as we delved a little bit deeper into the philosophy of the teachings that Sri Krishna imparted to Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. As we read this book, you will find more and more how scriptural teachings become paramount in the values that are eternal even in today's day-to-day living. And this is why this book becomes so relevant in the context of what we face even now, thousands and thousands of years later. We will continue where we left off in the next episode, where we will talk more about Sri Krishna, his role as an ideal teacher, where we will take up various items that he emphasized on while talking to Arjuna, and from when he says, "Yield not to unmanliness," and then he talks about various other concepts that Swami Ranganathanandaji explains with such lucidity and so much wisdom. Until next time, this is Preeta. Thank you for joining me on the space today. Stay well and namaste.